What is the deal? You are back again for another Thursday episode of the Turf and Rundown Show, right?
Yes,
And before I really get it cracking, I do got to shout out. I know you see the fresh lid, the fresh cap. You know the boy cleaner than a bar of soap, right? So what y'all need to do, if you see this right here, right, go ahead, go to my guy, put the link right there in the comment section, right? Dark Side Clothing. He got all your Raider needs, all your Las Vegas Raider needs, your Oakland Raider needs, right? So once again, if you're trying to look good like your boy, let me right from the side like that. If you're trying to look good like your boy, go ahead, go to that link, man. You won't be disappointed.
yes, sir.
Yeah, you won't be. Hey. So already, right? We here, right? We finally have reached the point, Turf, where we can talk about what we need to talk about. So look,
yes,
people already seen me a couple minutes ago,
yes, sir.
But we're gonna talk about it with you right here on the Turf and Rundown Show. Now, go ahead, give us your reaction to the Cliff Kingsbury news.
Oh man, I am unbelievably excited, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time coming. We're starting to do things right, and we're not missing. Yeah, there's no reason for anybody to think, no matter how this season turns out, it's impossible for anybody to think that things were done incorrectly. I mean, we have turned around the dysfunction like you would never believe. The fact that Mark Davis walked straight out of the conference and allowed these people to handle it. The fact that he created a panel to hire and take the advice of the panel to hire. It's leaps and bounds of what we're used to dealing with. And I don't think y'all understand. We are so far in the right direction as we watch the other teams go in the wrong directions. Patriots. I mean, I'm just excited to see that we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are.
Man, and look, shout out to Mark Davis, right, for understanding that. Okay, maybe I can be rookie in the head coach, but I won't make the same mistake twice with everything else. Everything else gonna have experience, right? So correct. PG stays, Cliff stays.
Correct.
Telesco's experienced, right? It's like everything that Mark wanted to do, it looks like he was like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and put pieces around Antonio to give him the best chance and opportunity to succeed. So yes. I give all props to Mark Davis for this, for putting this staff together.
I've never been this excited for us, to be honest.
Right.
I'm serious. I've never been this excited. I think we have a star-studded front office.
Finally.
I think we have heads in every position. Let me make sure make sure y'all understand what I'm talking about. I think we have straight up heads in everything. I think our GM is a head GM. I think our assistant GM is a head GM. I think our head coach is a head coach. I think our offensive coordinator is a head coach. I think our defensive coordinator is a head coach. Ladies and gentlemen, the man opened up the wallet.
Right.
You don't get these head coaches without opening up the wallet.
Nope. You don't.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Right. Yeah, that doesn't count towards the cap. Coaches and all that, completely separate. You can purchase as much as you'd like. And this man literally went out and got the cream of the crop at every position. Every position. I don't understand how anybody can be, even if it's not your pick. There's other people crying right now. I mean, booing because they didn't pick.
And I don't understand. It's like, who else did you want, right? So remember last week or whatever we was talking about, there was an unknown guy, right? So the name ended up being Chip Kelly. And apparently they ended up interviewing Chip Kelly twice.
Wow. I didn't know that.
How the hell they snuck him in the building, right? And nobody knew about that? I don't know, but it's coming out now that Chip Kelly was the name, and he interviewed twice. So thank God, right?
Wow, exactly. Thank God is right, bro.
Because that would have pissed me off. Like that would have ruined all of it.
That would have been a problem. But don't get me wrong, right? Because let's keep it 100. He's still a head coach. At the end of the day, Chip Kelly is a head coach. So The fact of him taking a offensive coordinator position with us. I don't like it. I don't like it, but trust me, I bet you other people wish they would have had it.
Right. See, me, I like Cliff because of that quarterback track record. You know what I mean? Like you already know. Every time I said I wanted an OC, I need that quarterback resume to speak to me, right? And Chip don't got no resume with no quarterbacks to my knowledge. You know what I mean? So I'm like, no. We need somebody who knows how to develop. Because I just told Leo not too long ago, probably realistically, 2 out of the 3 quarterback spots we're gonna have next year are gonna be young. They're gonna be young. So
experience.
Somebody has to come in and develop these kids. Like that's what needs to happen. And I'm glad Cliff is there. But I want to bring this point up to you, right? Because I told Leo this. If this happened, the squad, the syndicate, gonna have to take some credit for this, right? And
I think I know where you're going. Yeah.
right after the Cliff news, baby. Right after the Cliff news. News dropped right there. Now he's in talks with the Raiders to become some sort of offensive assistant, maybe quarterback coach.
Man, I couldn't be more excited. I don't think y'all understand, man. This warms my heart, bro. I had to call Chris, and I hope Q is watching this, man. He's my guy, man. I love that guy, man. I've seen him at every game, man. And had no idea I'm rubbing elbows with such talented journalism and so forth. So again, trust me, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to clown Q, but at the same time, I didn't like those comments you made about our guy, man. Saying shit may have sailed and kind of like, giving him the cold shoulder. And I'm not sure what that was about. But, absolutely, we are ecstatic to have Hugh Jackson. And while y'all thinking about it, I just saw it gyrated, but real talk, I was going to say that before you mentioned it. We trying to figure out where he's going to be. That's exactly where he's going to be. Exactly where he belongs.
I've heard some people say something about run game coordinator, too, because he did have Darren McFadden them running wild.
Either of those are sufficient. Whatever Hugh Jackson wants to do and excel at is sufficient, in my opinion. So I don't know why anyone would be upset with this. And I can't wait to hear what Q has to say. I mean, hey, he may have some inside information we don't know about, right? You know what I mean? I ain't no hating over here. I would love for Q to come, right? Hit up the show. All that good stuff, man. There is no hate over here. The syndicate don't hate. We congratulate. So
no. But it's our personal feelings. Like, one, okay, maybe offensive coordinator was too steep, right? Maybe so. But as a quarterback coach, yeah.
He's butter. Yeah. He's butter.
Or run game coordinator, wherever you want to put him. You feel what I'm saying? If you're talking about just assistant, and to help Cliff Kingsbury, execute that offense the way he wants to execute it. Yes. Yeah, I totally agree. I'm totally agreeing with it.
Dude, that's huge. I see, again, people don't get it, man. The reason that these advisors are beyond key is because we have such a young team, period, across the board. Front office, team, everything. Everybody is young. We need some experience. We got all the youth we need. We need experience, and that's where these guys come into play.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I completely agree, right? And I want to say this because a lot of people, talking about that, AP vouched for Cliff. And I know some people are worried about that air raid offense in the running game. I just looked at some numbers. Before Cliff Kingsbury went to Arizona, they ranked 28th in rushing attempts. Guess what they ranked his second year? They was in the teens. They was in the teens. Guess what they ranked his third year? Sixth.
Started stepping it up.
Sixth his third year. So the rushing attempts continue to go up, right? And I keep telling people, in order for Cliff to get this job, he has to somewhat adopt some of AP's philosophy. Right. He has to. And we know what AP want to do. Run the ball. Be physical.
Yes.
If you add that to the air raid,
it's game over. It's game over. It's going down. Man, I have not been this excited since being a Raider fan. Real talk. I'm letting y'all know. The last time I felt like
I ain't been this excited.
The last time I felt like this was watching Marcus Allen against the Redskins, hitting that end around. That and me doing it literally the next week. Pop Warner, 7 years old, 8 years. I'll never forget it. And I'll never forget that feeling. That's how I feel today, ladies and gentlemen. When I got the news of Cliff Kingsbury being our offensive coordinator, I don't know how you can't jump for joy. I just don't know how. I mean, with the weapons we have, his ability to put something together that, he's got the ability to make adjustments in the second half.
Yes.
See, these are things that we haven't been thinking about as to why did offense. How do you have a guy as a first-time offensive coordinator making adjustments properly for the second half? They've been gaming him all season as far as that second half because they know he's a rookie at it. He got thrown into the fire. That was easy. That was easy work for these defensive coordinators. And people got to understand, man, these people have been doing this stuff for a long time, man.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Bo Hardy.
What they doing, yeah.
Shout out to Bo Hardy for trying to do what he did with Turf fan. Like, how much adjustment can he make? You know what I mean? Like, especially not have done it before. It's not even his own playbook, right? No. So we were going into games with like damn near 2 arms tied behind our backs in a fight, right? We trying to fight somebody. We got 2 arms tied behind. So it's the fact now all the experience is brought, right? And again, I continuously say this. Most people, when they think about this hiring, they think of Cliff, the head coach. You cannot think of him like that because he's not going to be a head coach. He got the job with the Cardinals because he was a successful play caller to begin with, right? That's the whole reason he got the Arizona job. So he's going back to doing what he does best, right? And that's calling plays. Once again, some people ain't meant to be no CEO, ain't meant to be no boss, bro, because that's a different type of skill set that you need to have. That's what AP has. Why AP's doing what he's doing. So I'm all for it.
I mean, I'd love to hear why people think he's bad. This is why the chat is here.
Yeah, we had somebody earlier. Shout out to homie. But we had somebody earlier when Leo was on. He was like, he ruined Kyler Murray and things like that. Kyler Murray ruined Kyler Murray. That's where we at.
And not only that, he was the head coach at that time. That wasn't. You can't necessarily say that was his offense. He clearly had somebody designated to do that job. So
now my thing is, like, I get when people say, like, the thing about Cliff is his discipline factor, right? Because sometimes he's a little too buddy. But guess what? When your head coach ain't like that, it don't matter, right? Your head coach demands discipline. He demands everybody to do their job.
He's gonna get checked for that. There's no way. There's no buddy. You can be buddy as long as them dubs is coming.
Exactly.
So let that L come through and try to be buddy and see what's you gonna be right on that line running suicide with him.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Turf. Usually, right? This is my experience. Usually, I've had head coaches who were disciplinary, right? Who ran the tight ship. But with them coaches, my offensive coordinator was usually the cool motherfucker. He was usually dude like everybody go to, dap up, you know what I mean? But we know he ain't doing that with the head coach because he know he got to get the discipline right. Everything discipline. But with the OC, we kind of a little more loose. We like, okay, we get input on what we want to do, things like that. That's usually how it works.
Right. Hey, I truly believe this, man, because I saw it with my own 2 eyes. My coaches are still alive. And I may get lucky and get both of them on here, but I'll never forget in JUCO, one of these idiot players punched our coach in the face because he was designated as the asshole coach. It was the first time I actually literally heard it with my own 2 ears. I was on their meeting on accident, and he flat out screamed, "I'm tired of being the asshole coach. Somebody else has to take this job. I'm done with it." Bottom line, when you have a coaching staff, somebody's got to be the disciplinary. Somebody's got to be the yeller. Somebody's got to be the joker, right? There's a method to the madness.
Yep.
Trust me, I'm telling you, ask any coach. There's a method to the madness. That chemistry has to be right. And not everybody can be an asshole. Not everybody can be the disciplinarian. Not everybody can be cool. Everybody has to play their role in order for that to work.
Even look at our division rivals, right? I mean, they're back in the fucking Super Bowl, but right when you look at them, Andy Reid ain't no disciplinarian, right?
At all.
Eric Bieniemy was the disciplinarian, and you can see it.
They didn't like
that. You know, that's gone. They had their struggles because there wasn't no discipline how they were supposed to be, right? So
you hit it right on the head.
That is the whole thing, and see, that's what I'm saying. When playing ball, and you don't necessarily have to play football, but just playing it, you get that perspective of saying, like, okay, I understand why certain coaches do certain things or players do certain, like, it's understood.
Button pushers, man. Those are the best coaches, man. The guy that really actually takes the time to learn who you are and really get under your skin, but the right way.
And the best thing is, like, AP is a disciplinary coach, but he's still a player's coach, right? So he's still somebody that can, you know, really, really talk to these players in a certain way, get something out of them, but they know he love them still, right? Like, that's the whole thing.
And again, most importantly, in my opinion, a dude from the hood. So he totally relates.
Yeah.
He totally relates. He can relate to these young boys. He can relate to everybody.
What are you going to do that I ain't done? You know what I mean? That I haven't tried to do. But speaking of your disciplinary coach, right? And this is very interesting because before we got this news, Marvin Lewis was hired officially as the assistant.
Oh, wow.
So he's officially the assistant head coach.
Oh, wow. Yo, we are killing the game.
So you got AP head coach. You got Patrick Graham, defensive coordinator. Cliff Kingsbury, offensive coordinator. Marvin Lewis, head coach. Bro, right? And you still got a GM and an assistant GM.
This is crazy, bro. This is Christmas, man. I don't even understand it. How anybody could be upset with this news.
So now you got Marvin Lewis, and we know, I mean, and think about this, right? We ain't even thought about this. Tom Coughlin is part of this. He isn't like, you know, assistant head, but he's up there, bro. He's still part of it.
He's overseeing it all, making sure that they do right.
Tom Coughlin is still part of the mix, ladies and gentlemen. Think about that. So Tom Coughlin part of the mix. Marvin Lewis is now an official assistant head coach, right? So you know that discipline factor he has over there. You know what I mean? Marvin Lewis don't play around. Tom Coughlin don't play
at all. Those are not the guys you play pranks with.
So discipline, experience in every aspect of what we got going on right now, and it's like it's finally looking like the collaborative effort that we've been wanting Mark to feel. Right?
100%. Not too old, not too new. A perfect fit.
Now, here we go, right? And facts, Vader, just like that. He's sitting back as like a godfather, lead advisor. 100%. And that's somebody I would love to have. It don't matter to me. I like that. You got a ring.
I love it.
Hardware speaks, you know?
Yep. I think he's going to give us a healthy mix of experience.
Facts.
Healthy mix of experience. You got two old guys in Lewis and Coughlin. I mean, man, I don't know what else you guys could want, man. I don't think there's a better front office anywhere else. Somebody name a better front office right now. Seriously, that includes San Fran, who I think this includes the Texans, and I speak highly of the Texans front office. I believe they are going to be a menace in the next 3 to 5 years. So
my thing is this, right? Everybody that was scared of the Harbaugh hire, how you feel now? I wasn't scared to begin with, right? And like I told Leo, it's never me saying that Harbaugh's not a good coach, because for me to say that is disingenuous, right? That's dishonest. We all know he's a good coach. But
absolutely.
I like we've already said, we believe in the chemistry of what we got going on more than the Chargers believing that Jim can fix everything, right? Like, because that's where the Chargers are at. They're giving Jim all the power, and they're like, all right, Jim, you fix it, bro. Like, fix us. Figure it out. Mark is like, nah, bro, everybody has a part in this. So if it don't work, everybody has.
Exactly. Dude, it's the best teacher in my opinion. Like, I think he really caught on fast, man. Look, being a leader in software development, I'm telling you right now, the last thing you want to do is push down upon your team. And if things don't go right, now start pointing fingers, right? No, you need to gather everything possible and make sure everybody buys in. Otherwise, good luck with getting the product.
Everybody has part to play.
Has to buy in. Exactly. If you don't have buy-in, that's just parts of the tricks of the trade. No matter how small or big, no matter how large, that's just the way it goes, down to the junior developer all the way up to the principal engineer. The bottom line is everybody has to have buy-in in some way, shape, or form. That way they feel like they have ownership. See, and this is the other part I love about how we've structured our front office. Everybody is going to be held accountable by checks and balances. There's none of this buddy stuff. And that's what I love. You know what I'm saying? The money is kept away from the GMs, right?
That's what got us on this last one too.
The coaching staff being selected is taken away from the head coach, right? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a collective effort across the board. There's no GM that's picking somebody that the coach doesn't want and vice versa. I'm telling y'all, I've not seen anything like this in our organization ever.
Hater, don't be talking too much goddamn common sense now. You know that piss people off. You start talking common sense, that make people mad. And that is true. Because, 100%. Coughlin got something that Harbaugh don't. We do have to be honest with ourselves, right? He do got that hardware. Harbaugh don't got that hardware now. All right, that is true. So I want to say this, right? Because I see what Dodgers everything is saying. And I know how you going to feel about this turd. But it excites me, right? It excites me. And I always say this. Where there is smoke, there is fire. We said it 2 weeks ago. We was like, Cliff is on the radar. We was like, okay, where there's smoke, there's fire. 2 weeks go by, things lay low. All of a sudden, here we are, right? Now, I want everybody to get this right here, right? There was a report. And I want you to understand this, Turf. This came out right after Cliff Kingsbury got hired. Yeah. So think about this, right? Right after Cliff Kingsbury got hired, the report came out that Caleb and his team do not want to go to Chicago. They don't, right? And Colin Cowherd said this about Caleb, right? He said that his team don't want to go to Chicago. But if you remember, Cowherd was the first person that said Cliff was a possibility to come here. So you got to take it with a grain of salt now, because you're like, okay, bro, he was right about the Cliff thing. We'll see about this Caleb thing. But this isn't the first time I've heard that he don't want to go to Chicago. This ain't the first time. Yeah,
of course.
So I know you're not big on Caleb. But if this man does, in fact, pull an Eli Manning and say you do not want to go there,
right?
Possibilities open. The possibilities open.
I don't. How? What we gonna trade? I mean, we're gonna give the Bears 3 firsts because they're getting 3 firsts.
Right? Think about this though, right? If he does, he ain't came out and said. But if it's true that this man don't want to go to Chicago, why the hell am I giving you 3 first-round picks? I ain't gonna give you that. You don't even want to go there. So at the end of the day, even if you keep that first, you're not gonna draft him because he already said he don't want to go there.
Correct.
So what are you gonna do? You feel what I'm saying? Chicago in between a rock and a hard place. They can either take Marvin Harrison, right, and just be like, all right, bro, we're just gonna do that, or they're gonna have to get off that first-round pick. It's one of the two.
To be honest, in my opinion, if I were them, I would take Harrison. He's royalty. He's NFL royalty. Yeah. Real talk. Merry Christmas, Sheffield. Shepard, my bad. Yes, sir. Tony, shout out.
I've always said that taking your receiver at 1 is like bad value. That's just me. Like I've always said that it's bad value to take a receiver because they're so dependent. You feel like it's not like you take a lineman, you take a D lineman, you're like, oh yeah, he don't,
Bro, Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best wide receiver we've seen in I don't know how long.
Yeah,
I don't know how long. I don't think anyone would be shocked if he was the number 1 pick. At all.
I wouldn't be shocked.
It wouldn't shock me at all if he went first over everybody.
I wouldn't be shocked.
He's that much. I mean, and rightfully so. He should go to the Bears.
Their smartest play would. I don't think it's smart for them to take a quarterback. I've said this multiple times.
But
Because
they're not
you
smart.
got it, right?
They're
Whatever,
not smart.
yeah. And whatever quarterback you get, right? The Bears don't even know if their head coach is the coach for the foreseeable future. So you mean to tell me, right, you draft a quarterback? What if you win like 6 games and decide to fire the coach? Now your quarterback on his second head coach in 2 seasons.
Right. There you go.
That is not a recipe for success, right?
No.
So I don't think it's smart for them to take quarterback. I really don't.
Not at all. They should trade down. That's what they should do. They should trade down.
Honestly, it's the smartest play.
The problem is they're going to be greedy.
That's the thing.
I'm telling you, they're going to ask for 3 firsts. I'm telling you.
And I'm not doing that. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, 2 firsts, yeah, but not 3.
No, fuck. Maybe 2. I told Leo, I'll do 2.
I'll do 2 too.
Here next year. And I'm cool.
How you going to feel if it's Daniels, though?
I'll be good. I'll be fine.
Okay. Even though Caleb's going to be there.
What, 1? No, I'm just, look, if you do that at 1 and you take Daniels, you're basically telling everybody, bro, like this dude's gonna work out. Like, and he's the guy. You know what I mean? If you do it for Caleb, yeah, but you know, we all pretty much for months upon months have already said that Caleb is the number 1 dude, right? So to flip that and to go Jaden, oh yeah. That's major confidence.
It is. I think AP would do it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think everybody else feels the same way.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of mixed stuff, man. I mean, around this draft season, though, you start hearing a lot of mixed stuff. Like, you know as well as a lot of people, like, people will start throwing out fake stories and shit during draft day or draft time to start getting prospects to fall or rise. You know how it goes.
Correct.
Like, for example, I heard today, right? Nix was the most impressive quarterback at the Senior Bowl. What? Like, no. And I just told y'all in the damn chat. I hate to say it, but Spencer Rattler looked like the best goddamn quarterback at the Senior Bowl. He does.
Right.
Now, this is in play, right? This is very much in play. And I've said this before. Getting Justin Fields might be the smartest thing to do. It might be the smartest thing because you still keep that first, but you get your quarterback right. And then with that first round pick, we can do whatever the hell we want at that point.
Yep. I agree.
Tackle, corner, it's wide open for us if we wanted to do that. But how do you feel about Justin? Like in this Cliff Kingsbury offense, how do you feel about it?
Look, I think that Justin Fields has the ability to be a very, very good quarterback. Do I think Justin Fields will be great? Great? Like a Mahomes great?
Oh,
no.
A lot to ask.
It's an awful lot to ask. And the reality is he lacks in accuracy and a lot of short throws. He's, I wouldn't say he's necessarily a pass guy first. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, look, I'll take him in a heartbeat. So while we all talking and having this conversation,
are you gonna put him in like the Lamar mold?
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I may get some flack for this, bro. I might, but I think Justin's a better passer than Lamar. I do.
Wow.
I do.
Wow. Yeah, you're gonna get flack for that because
he's a better passer, bro.
I would say up until previous to this year. Up until this year.
Oh, Lamar took a step. He took a step. Although I don't know. Still, right? But still. Lamar still ain't the type of dude you throw 40-something passes with like that. It's like whatever the Ravens thought they were doing, right? Maybe they were like, oh, we're going to show everybody on Sunday that this man can throw. Stupid. Like, you can't do that.
That was the worst.
But see, that's why I say, do you put him in that mold? Because even with Justin, I'm not letting this man throw no 35 times a game. I'm not. Right. You know what I mean? Like, maybe 25, 30 if we're really getting in the shootout for real. But he needs to use them legs.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I agree. The bottom line is you need to do what is necessary for the team. That's really what it boils down to. See, that's the thing that people don't understand when it comes to Mahomes. He's that dude, man. He does exactly what's necessary. If he needs to run, he's gonna run. If he can sit back there and chill, he's gonna sit back there and chill. You guys are seeing something special. I don't know
Yeah,
what else.
he perfected the perfect mix of like aggressive and being able to know when to tone it down. Now, I don't know if that's Andy Reid either. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about that because you don't know if it's Andy being like, "Oh, we're gonna slow this thing down now." All right, I know you want to go 100 miles an hour, but hold on, let's grab the reins. So that's the thing that I'm really waiting to see. I want to see when Andy leaves, right?
What goes down?
I want to see.
It's close. We're close. We got about another year max.
And I'm not gonna say that your boy gonna go completely off a damn cliff because I don't think
not at all. Not at all. But
I do think that a lot of it is
he may lose his kryptonite. He may lose his kryptonite. Exactly. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't know until they know. You know what I'm saying? And I can totally see everything falling apart when Andy Reid leaves. He's
the glue. I think he's the glue.
The guy is amazing. He's what a life, man. You know, the ups and downs, the personal stuff, tough, tough art stuff that's happened. But real talk, man. Andy, he's such a likable guy. And the truth is, in my mind, he's the most smartest offensive mind I've ever seen in my life. I watched the man's offense, and I am every single play. I'm amazed. I am. And I'm telling y'all, just watch his offense, and you will absolutely see somebody wide open every single play.
Yep.
And it's by design. It's by design.
Shout out George, Cliff Ward with Kyler Murray. What did he learn from that? He learned to put a video game clause in his damn contract. Because honestly, bro, I mean, if you want to be real, yes, that does go back into like Cliff being too lenient. But come on, bro, you're a goddamn starting NFL quarterback. You should know to be studying and not to be and when to put the controller down. Correct. You feel me? Like, come on now.
Oh yeah, correct.
You're a grown ass man, bro. And when people look at me when I say this, I'm like, bro, I am the same age as some of these dudes, bro. There's no excuse.
Right.
All right, you feel what I'm saying? Like, nut up, man up. You got a job to do, bro.
Right.
Like,
let's go. Exactly. Go to work.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If they did that 8-3-1, I'd be kind of mad. I would.
Joe Milton.
Nah, Spencer Rattler's playing better than him right now. Just as of right now, I take Spencer.
And even on Spencer Rattler, real talk, man. I'm gonna let y'all know I don't like what I saw.
He needed, but
I don't like nothing about that kid. I saw how he acted and reacted from Oklahoma, all that. He is arrogant. I don't like it. I don't want to. I think somebody said they like. I think it was Solo. Shout out to Solo, right? He's
from where he's playing.
He's from South Carolina. I'm sorry. I just got to keep it 100. From what I know about that kid and the transfers and how he acted, he was on one of the major shows.
That high school. Remember, he was on that high school QB show. Yeah. That's where everybody started to turn off because he had that attitude.
There you go. I don't rock with that, Solo. I don't rock with that. So
now maybe he has his
reason. I'm not saying he can't change. I'm just telling you from what I saw right there.
Yeah, I ain't like it either.
And the worst thing that can happen is for him to come in and immediately have success. And I think anybody that comes into our environment is going to have some success.
Well, shit, he got his damn spot taken by the dude who we talking about can be number one in the draft. So, I mean, at the end of the day,
there he is.
He did. And I continuously tell you this, Turb. I remember the day Caleb Williams came in and took that man's spot, bro. It was over for me.
It was easy. It was clear as day to see it.
First play, the man takes his 60-something yards. I'm like, yeah, he's not getting that job. It's over. When your backup takes it, when your backup takes his 60 yards on the first play, oh yeah, bro.
Go get your cell phone. Go get your cell phone.
It's a wrap.
Time to get in the portal. Time to get in the portal.
Now, Tony, don't get me started now. Because that motherfucker,
oh, we get that dude right there.
When I tell you, I'm watching this man play center and guard, and he's whooping ass on both, bro. Like
Tony.
That's that Jackson Powers boy. Oh yeah, we on. If we get that one right there, I'm telling you right now. Thank you, Andre James, for your service. Goddamn,
all day.
I will take that man in a heartbeat. But, if we do a mock draft, I had a scenario presented to me earlier, right? Where, I love my guy, T'Vondre Sweat from Texas.
All day. Oh, we all do. I'm in Texas. You already know we love that big boy.
But see, the opportunity presented itself to either take him or the center, and I didn't know which one to go. I'm not going to lie. In the second round, I don't know if we take either D tackle or that center. If they're both there, that's going to be a hard decision.
Center. No, not if we. No, defensive tackle. My bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard because that center is so good, bro. He's so he's going to be a day one starter, Turk. Like he's going to be day one starter.
I agree, but I'm ready to give us the centerpiece we need to be the most dominant defense and go back to them dark Raider days. Yeah, that's where I'm ready.
These are the good conversations that I like to have, right? It's like if we decide between two good, trench players right there, that's good combo all day, right? That's good combo all day.
And guaranteed, none of this, he might not pan out.
Oh, yeah, these motherfuckers going to be real. Like, they're going to play, right? Sweat going to play day one. That Jackson Powers going to play day 100%,
one. 100%.
Either one, if they win with either, right? I'm like, shit, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? They doing what they supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna lie, George. I'm not the biggest fan, man. Not the biggest fan.
I am, but not for the price.
That's the problem.
See, that's the only problem for me. Let's not get this twisted. Kirk Cousins will come here and light it up. Light it up. But for 90?
Yeah, no.
That's it. That's all we got. And now we back to square one when he's gone.
Yeah, that's one player. We can't sign
one chip. That's 2 chips, if at all, right? And I don't want to hang my hat on that. Not for that cost. See, there's a difference when your wallet is opened up and there is no stopping point.
No.
With our quarterback, there's a stopping point. There's that pesky little thing called the salary cap. So we can't just open it up for Mr. Kirk Cousins because he wants to be greedy. That's the final piece. Like, really, Kirk? You got 2 max contracts, my dude. You only got 2 kids. Why do you need to be so greedy, bro? Are you really, really going to be that greedy?
We can't pay him no $90 million off of a goddamn Achilles injury. That's stupid. You know what I mean?
Ladies and gentlemen.
You know what's up, man? We got the guy in here. Man, what's going on, AR?
Cassie is in the building. TRS, stand up.
TRS, stand up. What's going on, gang? How are we all? Everyone in the chat?
Hey, we doing good, man. Hey, we got to get your thoughts, man. How you feeling? I know you talked about it in the group chat, but let the people know, man. How you feel about this hire?
Let's go.
I feel fantastic. Like, I haven't felt this happy with the coaching staff hires in my 15 years as a fan. Across the board, there's not one guy who I could say, maybe. Like, I like everyone they brought through the door, from a head coach to the offensive coordinator to what should be our impending rehiring of Patrick Graham. I mean, all signs point north, but he hasn't been official as far as I know yet. But even like the assistants, like I'm looking at, I don't know if I mentioned Cliff Kingsbury, like shout out to him being the offensive coordinator. I mentioned before, like, Marvin Lewis and Tom Coughlin being in assistant roles. I really like that, especially Tom Coughlin. I think that's a sneaky good hiring to be like an advisory role for Antonio Pierce. And it sounds like Hugh Jackson might be getting himself back involved with the Raider Nation. And I have fond memories of his offensive play calling back in 2010, 2011. So I'm all for that. Like I said, I couldn't be happier across the board, and hopefully it translates in free agency, the draft, and then into the season. So let's go. Very happy.
Hey, that's what's up, Afakasi. I couldn't agree with you more than every point you made. Every point was spot on.
Man, we are finally doing things the right way, in the front office and in the coaching staff, right? It seemed like so long we were relying on, like, okay, we're just going to sign this coach and then we're going to rely on free agency and some of these players are coming here. No, get everything together now with the front office, with the coaching staff. So now the players are being taught and developed by good people, right? And now we know that the coaching staff is together. now players definitely gonna want to come here. I can already see it. Kirk, you talk about it.
Right, it's going to be night and day compared to last season. Remember, it was just like it seemed we were drawing from the Patriot well to mixed results. Like, Jacoby Myers, like he turned out, but for the most part, it was like we've signed this former Patriot and that former Patriot. It's like, well, why are we not looking outside of that? Like, it just seems to me, I'm following the crumbs. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. That it's like, well, certain players just didn't want to come here and play under the McDaniels regime because of the reputation he had as a head coach. But that's going to be the bipolar opposite. Whether I'm right or wrong, that's not going to be the case with Antonio Pierce. He's a guy that players are going to look at and say, yes, I want to play for that guy because he's going to bring out the best in me. And he's a guy that inspires, that motivates. And like I keep saying, sometimes, you know, X's and O's is great. And there's a place for that. Fantastic. It's going to bring success. But for me, like, motivation, inspiration can take you places. Sometimes that X's and O's technical stuff can't. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely right.
It's gonna be fun to watch and a very interesting process, free agency and the draft. So,
bro, hey, I don't know who I was. I think it was my guy Spence. I was having a conversation today about, look, man, I don't care about a guy being better than me. You know why I don't care about him being better than me? Because I know he don't have the heart like me. He can't get up and keep taking this. Yep. See, you'll be better than me all day, bro. But second quarter, you're going to get a little bit slower. Third quarter, you're going to get a little bit weaker. Fourth quarter, you're getting smacked in the face, homeboy, and it's a game over deal for you, and you have nothing to do. You can't do nothing about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
Shout out to you, Turf, because you exactly right. I mean, I don't care about somebody being better than me, and just like you said, right? Because why? Guess what? You ain't gonna fucking outwork me. That's real. Like, you ain't gonna outwork me. And guess what? I ain't scared to take no L. Because at the end of the day, bro, once I take the loss, I'm gonna learn. You know what I mean? That's it. Because once I learn, it's a wrap, bro. Like it's over.
Because it's gonna be that much harder to do it the next time.
And that circles back to Antonio Pierce. Like, I mean, yeah, he doesn't have the experience when it comes to maybe the technicalities of the head coaching perspective yet. You know what I mean? But that can come in time. But he's being put in the best position to succeed with he's, like I said, a sneaky good hiring is having Tom Coughlin as an advisor. You know what I mean? Like that guy did Super Bowls to his resume. You know what I mean? I love that pick. You know, he's not going to be on board as a coach, but like as an advisor. I mean, if you want to consider that as an assistant coach, or whatever. But like, I love that. You know what I mean? Like he has success. He knows the technicalities, the X's and O's, and he can pass that on and, you know, be the tutor for Antonio Pierce and to be right there side by side with him. I like that.
Hey man, look, I'm gonna let y'all know something about the Raiders Syndicate, and not everybody, even in the Raiders Syndicate, may even potentially know this. I'm gonna let y'all know something, man. We have leadership. We have someone overlooking us. Shout out to Big Daddy. I was very fortunate to be with Big Daddy when he visited his final stadium, Detroit Lions. I got a picture with him next to the great Barry Sanders statue. Listen to what I tell you, man. It's very important to have people to have conversations with and get that guidance in areas that you just don't even fathom until you get a little bit older and you really can start to understand. I had so many great, intricate talks with Big Daddy. I am indebted to Chris and everybody else that has led me to this man. Real talk, man. I don't think y'all understand the importance of Big Daddy for me and all Raider Nation, because he is the epitome of a Raider. The whole family. And all I can tell you is he guides me. I have conversations with him that I gain knowledge from. This is real life. This ain't this is real life. And that's all I'm trying to get people to understand. These people are put in place for a reason. Y'all might be calling them old, and of course we can clown and have a good time. But until you get to this point in your life and you really understand what these type of people do for you to get you to that next level, there's a reason why I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can assure you and attest to this from the people that actually took me by the side and said, yes, young man, I will give you the game. Real talk. And we have all of that and then some on top of just talent, on top of talent. And then when this draft hits, I'm telling y'all right now, this Raider Nation thing is different.
And Vader, we were trying to get people to
Very
understand
different.
before, right? Like,
Very
shout
different.
out to Vader, but we was trying to get on the Turbo Rundown. We was trying to get people to understand this before. If I'm in a position that I have never been in before, right? And I think I can do it, but I still ain't never been in here. I'm gonna get my OGs, right? Like if it's me, I'm getting my pops. I'm getting my uncle. I'm getting
Right
her.
down. Yes, sir.
You feel what I'm
To
saying?
get
Like,
to teach you things that you may not know. Like, I mean, there's
See?
no question in my mind. Antonio Pierce, he has what it takes. He's shown that his strengths can take us places that like McDaniels wasn't. But like, there's still deficiencies to his game, so to say, when it comes to like I highlighted the technicalities and exercise. He might not have that yet, but like having these OGs in positions where they can advise him that, you know, maybe this is how you can do it better because they've been to the dance, they've done that, they've got the experience. I forgot to mention Marvin Lewis. He was hired as well. So
And
he's
as
another
the
guy.
assistant head coach. The assistant head coach.
we got hardware, man. I mean, he got hardware.
Daddy under you. You got your
look,
daddy under you, just giving you all the game.
I'm not expecting the world straight off the bat. You know, I'm going to give Antonio Pierce a fair shake. You know what I mean? Like it's like I keep saying, I'm going to give him time. I'm not expecting him to take us to the Super Bowl straight away. Maybe not even the playoffs straight away. And that might come like, you know, maybe I'm looking 2025 to be make the playoffs and possibly be a perennial playoff team. And hopefully we can trend upwards towards competing for a Super Bowl. If we can get there, happy days. That's what we all want. But I think for now, he's in the best position to bring out the best in Antonio Pierce and the rest of the coaching staff and get this team to where we want to be in time. Like, that's what I'm going to stress is just give it a chance, give it time. It's unfair to expect the world straight away, but
marathon.
I've never been this confident in my 15 years as a fan that we will get there in time. How long that's going to take, hopefully sooner rather than later.
I'm not gonna light no fire under AP and them right now, right? Because I want everybody to be happy. But I will say, how many games we win this year? How many games we won? Like nine games, right? We won 9 games.
How many games did we win this year, or how many games we?
We won 8 this year, right?
We won 8.
8 and 9. Yeah, we won 8 and 9. We won 8 and 9.
See, that's where it gets tough, right? Because you talking about he took over in the middle of turmoil where the season could have went, right? The season could have went trash. So is it wrong to expect maybe a game above that?
Right.
No,
not at all. Not at all. Not in
It'd be like 9 games, right?
NFL. Not in NFL. And shout out to Greg Atkins. I just want to make sure you know who Big Daddy is. Big Daddy is a longtime Raider fan. You can look at him as a super fan. He's been, you know, but I want to say he's I know he's from California. I can't say he's born and raised in Oakland. But Big Daddy is that guy that the Raider Syndicate has. The Raider Syndicate is a group of people, 3 of them you're looking at right now. We have 4 other members, right? And this is what we do. We eat, sleep, and drink Raider football. We talk about it. We discuss it. We fight about it. We from 50 down to 20, right? We do it all, bro. The spectrum is here. This is why we love giving Raider Nation what we give them. And we have our own advisors. Big Daddy is one of our advisors. So that's who Big Daddy is. And trust me, if you had a Raider game, one day you will be lucky enough to meet Big Daddy and all the other super fans that's out there ready to rock and roll for Raider Nation. So that's what that is.
So I'm seeing everybody's comments. We're not crazy, right? We're not crazy. 11 wins, 10 wins, 8.
I don't know why you would expect it to be some crazy big number.
It don't need to be all that. I just need like 9 or 10 wins. That's it.
Yep.
Because if I get 9 or 10 wins, right, that's cool enough. Maybe you make the playoff. You get wild card, right? Maybe you make a wild card. Maybe you don't. Whatever the case. But still, it shows me progress, right? It shows me that you can take a full season and still make it into something and still be in contention, right? A full season and still be in contention towards the end. That's all I want to know.
as long as like the deficiencies we had last year is trending upwards and getting better. You know what I mean? Like we know what we had on the defense.
Yeah, exactly.
The offense was disappointing. And if that starts to point upwards, we start to get more production. And if that can lead to a glaring amount of more wins, then fantastic. If not, like if we go say 8 and whatever and 9 wins, then cool. As long as things are trending and pointing upwards, it's like I said, like I'm confident these guys will get us there in time. How quickly that time will be, only time will tell. But I'm willing to give this a chance, and I've never felt better about what we've got right now. Just, let's see how we go.
We have a star-studded front office.
Yeah, you gonna have to clarify that, Robert. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, come on,
Because
man.
if you talking about,
no,
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how to read that. I can't read.
Marvin L.
I can't read it, so I don't know.
He's bugging. Yeah, you're seeing again. This is we love the banter back and forth, but don't get mad when you get ethered, because that's some dumb content you're talking right there, sir. Come on, man. He's got a ring. So now we just disrespecting dudes that got rings.
And then if you go talk about the quarterback, right? You go talk about him getting the quarterback. He not picking the quarterback. Shit.
Exactly. It ain't even his job, bro. Come on, man. Let's be more intelligent.
It ain't his job.
Let's be more intelligent, Raider Nation. Let's, you know what I'm saying? If you Raider Nation, because that didn't sound Raider Nation. I'm just
George talking that shit right now.
Just to give some fair objectivity to maybe what he was trying to say, you know, I don't agree that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let him help him out.
Perspective, like, you know, he's talking about like we don't have a quarterback, and perhaps you're right. Like we don't have our quarterback position is in flux. So I will give you that. Like I think that's a fair assessment. I for one, like while I like what Aiden O'Connell did under circumstance, do I think he's the guy long term moving forward? For the most part, no. So I see us looking to bring in at least competition, like free agency, or I hope we swing for the fences and go early in the draft. So, you know, to be fair, like, you know, the quarterback position is a flux spot on our roster at the moment, but that's something I see our new regime rectify or trying to rectify. I mean, you know, it's always going to be a crapshoot until proven otherwise. So
that's a fact.
A bit of a fair objectivity to that comment, or maybe to a point I might agree a little bit. Like
let me ask you this, AR, because I didn't get your take on this, right? Like I know you say you don't watch a lot of football outside of Raider football, but you know the draft is coming up. I know you just talking about Aiden O'Connell. Like, where's your whole stance on this? Like this draft, it's a very polarizing draft, right? Like we can really move up and get this quarterback, and with Cliff on the staff now it's more of a possibility. So. How are you feeling about it?
Well, I feel good and confident being that, like I said, as you said, I don't watch too much football outside of Raider football. I watch little bits of college here and there, but like it's an unfair assessment from me to judge guys that I barely watch play. You know what I'm saying? So what I tend to do is I wait to see who we draft, and then it's like, right, we've got this guy. I'm going to go back and watch their tape, like the full games of them playing against power schools, not just highlights, because every player can look like a superstar or the next coming of Joe Montana according to the highlight film. I want to see what they done like the whole game against like a power school or a big like rivalry game or whatever it might be, and then maybe I can give more of a perspective then. But I do know that like the draft class this coming draft is supposed to be fairly loaded at the top end. You know, there's a lot of names there that I wouldn't be mad if we took. So, yeah, it goes back to what I was saying. I for one, am all aboard, like, taking a swing at a quarterback early, and hopefully it works out. Because it's been too long since we've done that. I mean, like I said, like, in our previous streams, Derek Carr was the last time, and that was a second rounder. The last time we swung for a first rounder was Jamarcus Russell in 2007? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and even before that, we haven't really swung that often in the first round. So, you know, as I said, I'm all aboard, swing for the fences, try and get a guy in the first round. And if it doesn't turn out, it's more of the same. Our first round picks for the last few years have been pretty disappointing. But if it does turn out, I'm looking at the positive. If somehow, some way, and I see there's a KC fan in the chat feed, if we can get a draft pick much like your boy Patrick Mahomes, or if we can get a guy that's better than him, fantastic. But if we can get that kind of a draft pick, you know, a franchise quarterback that we can build towards, that can lead us into a future of success and beyond, like, then I'm all for it. There's only one way to do it, right? And that's through the draft. Like, I mean, you can go through free agency, but the draft, like for me, like there's this. These teams seem to do it. Like, I mean, you know, these players come into the league somehow, some way. So why can't it be us hitting on a guy?
Thank you, AR. Thank you. This is what I argue all the time with turf, bro. I argue this all the time, bro. It's like, okay, and I think about it like this. Even to add on to your point, 2 teams in our division stumbled upon their quarterbacks, right? KC traded up and got Patrick Mahomes. It's not like they just sat there and let him fall. They didn't do that. They went up and got him, right? The Chargers
wasn't even the most talented quarterback in that draft class.
It was a
yes, he wasn't even
he was
the
like
first
the
one.
third or fourth quarterback that was in the pecking order, and look how that turned out.
They moved up to get him, right? The Chargers stumbled upon Justin Herbert with their pick, right? They were just waiting to see what Miami did. Because honestly, they were going to take whoever Miami didn't take. If Miami took Herbert, they was going to take 2. You feel me? Like, so they got lucky. They got lucky with that. Why can't we do it? It's only a matter of time before Denver does that shit. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. It's only a matter of time before Denver finds a quarterback. And when they do, we're going to be at the bottom. Why? Because we don't have no damn quarterback. We're going to be the only team in the division without one.
Well, look, I just want to make sure that we keep this.
Shout out to Flash, man. Appreciate you, dog.
Real talk. I agree, but at the same time, I don't want to mortgage the field. I don't want to mortgage the house. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we have to. We don't have to. And last but not least, listen to me, Raider Nation. This may suck for you. Real talk. I'm about to give y'all some truth that may hurt. You all know it. This isn't going to be a surprise. Oh, turf trip. No. You're not going to get a Mahomes. Nobody is. It's a once-in-a-lifetime dude. That's like saying I'm getting Barry Sanders. You're not. It's not going to happen.
It's true, but just because of that, we can't just not
what
do
I'm
it.
trying to say. No, what I'm trying to say is get something that can compete and actually not make mistakes and allow what is going to be the stronger part of your team is your defense. Your defense is what's going to beat Patrick Mahomes. It's not going to be your offense. He's proved it. Listen, the kid has been in the league for 6 years and has been in the title for 6 years. And what I'm trying to tell you is they've done it all to him. They brought in the runner. They brought in the pocket passer. They brought in everything you can imagine. You're not going to beat him in a shootout. The way you beat
I've seen people do it before.
Who? Who? Tom Brady?
Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
When did Jared Goff beat him in that?
Remember they played him in that Coliseum game over there and they both scored like 50-something points? Jared Goff beat him over there. But even this last game, right? And I would agree with you. I agree with you all the way until you said defense. Because I agree, right? Defense is going to stop this man. Until I see what the hell he just did.
They're not going to stop him. They're not going to stop him. They're going to slow him down. Keep it real. They're not going to stop him. They're going to slow him down.
He killed Baltimore this last weekend. I mean, not the second half, but still.
They slowed him down. They slowed him down. Did they not slow him down?
I mean, 11 for 11 to Travis Kelce. I don't sound like slowing down to me.
How many points did they have second half?
I don't know. How many did they have second half?
Not a lot.
But guess what? You know why they lost? Because Lamar was trash. Lamar was garbage.
Hey, I don't disagree with that statement, but I don't even say it's Lamar. What I say is it's the offensive coordinator that decided to run the ball 13 times.
Where you at, AR? To beat Mahomes,
Yeah, talk to
do you think
us.
you
man.
need a better defense, or do you think you need a quarterback?
No. I don't think you need a better defense. What I'm saying is trying to get a better quarterback that's going to sling and compete with him is a big mistake because it's not going to happen.
What you think, AR? How do you think to attack Mahomes? What is the best course of action?
Well, I see a bit of both. I mean, yes, like defense, like if we keep building on that and can shut him down the way we did last year, then that's going to make us more competitive. I mean, we beat the guy last year. And there's a reason for that, to your point. But what I wanted to say was like, yeah, look, like to say it it's highly unlikely or that we're not going to get in Mahomes, that's probably the case. Like that's a very that's as high of a bar at the like he is the bar.
Yeah,
you know
that's the
what I'm
bar.
saying? And I'm not under any assumption that like if we swing for the fence, we're even going to come close to what Patrick Mahomes is able to do. However, to say that it's outright impossible to get some guy who could eventually be that bar, I think that's a little unfair. Like, I mean, I don't.
That's unfair.
As unlikely as it is for it to happen, there's always a chance that we draft a guy that can eventually be the guy that's. We don't have to talk about Patrick Mahomes being the bar. We could talk about our guy being the friggin' bar. Like,
Why can't we have that? Why can't we have it?
Like these players come into the league somehow, some way because they're drafted. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you,
like as unlikely as it sounds, and as much as I'm not going to say that's what I want him to be, I do want him to be. But like, that's unfair to put that on any player that you draft. That level of expectation. But, you know what I mean? Like to say that it's outright impossible, I don't think so.
I'm not going to say it's impossible, but what I will say is that I am a man that has studied math. If you've studied math the way I've studied math, it's very hard to just say, I'm going to wish or hope. And that's all. It's no different than a person that says, I'm going to pray on it, but don't act. All works without faith all faith without works is dead.
I'm gonna argue this to you though,
I
sir.
know, I want you to argue it, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that's the point I'm trying to get across.
Yeah, and see, this is my thing, and this is what I want to say to you. If Mahomes didn't go to KC when he got drafted, I'm gonna tell you that right now, his career ain't the way it is.
The way it is, I agree 100%.
So listen to this point. He went to the perfect situation
just like
for
us.
him, right?
Like us.
Everything was in place. You have Travis Kelce. You have a good head coach and play caller. You have weapons.
We have
you're not counted on to be the savior and all this other. Like, obviously, I've said this before, right? Whatever quarterback comes in here, we're gonna look at him a certain way because we ain't had good quarterback playing out of how fucking long. So that's the whole thing, right? But if he comes in here, now that we've hired an OC, this is the perfect situation for any young quarterback to come up in here.
Right.
So we're not going to say that he's going to be Patrick Mahomes, but what we can say is that the situation he's coming into ain't terrible. It's not. He should come in with already in the door, ready to go.
And I think, like, you know, all right, take Patrick Mahomes away from the equation. All I'm asking is that if we do swing for the fences, like, hopefully we've got a guy who can be great in his own regard. You know what I mean? Who can lead us to newfound success. How successful and how far, you know, playoffs, maybe deep playoffs. Super Bowl is the grand prize. You know what I mean? But I just want someone who can secure the position and thrive in it. You know what I mean? Like a young cat, our own homegrown talent, and the draft is the perfect situation to be able to do that. And like I said, I think it's about time we try.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, Trevor. I agree with you here, bro. I'll agree with you here. It's like this, right? When you really look at the quarterbacks, even the ones that are special, right?
Right.
Nobody's holding no candle to Mahomes. You talk about Lamar. Lamar is like 2-4 in the playoffs, right?
He can't come close.
Josh Allen has statistical success, but he's bad in the playoffs too. The only dude that has ever come close and that has really beaten Mahomes is Joe. That's the only guy, right? That's the only one we can look at and be like. But when he's done it, you can't lie, Turf. He has outgunned this man. That's the way he has beaten him, right? He's played better than Mahomes in the games he's beaten Mahomes. So, I mean, it's different ways to skin a cat, right?
I agree, but I hold Burrow in a different regard too. See, that's I hold Burrow in a different regard. Yeah, well, and that's his club's fault.
We're gonna have to start having a conversation about him in a minute, being injury prone and shit if he keep doing it.
There you go. But again, whose fault is that? Not the lack of protection.
Bro, you ain't had no O-line this whole goddamn time.
The lack of protection.
I like Jorge's chat in the comment in the chat feed. What if we did find a good one? My honest opinion, they're currently making good decisions. What if they did find a good one? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like if we don't, we don't. It's no different than what like we've tried with a lot of these first round picks.
Right.
Sucks. But if we do, like, look at the positives outweigh the negatives. If we do That to me is going to be the absolute key for how successful we're going to be in these next coming years. Is what happens with this quarterback situation that we're going to face next year. Like if we go a young route, how far and how well can this guy develop? The best case scenario, we've got our guy that can lead us to newfound success and beyond.
Yeah, and I wanted to say this earlier, right? I wanted to say this earlier because I knew somebody was going to do it. This man has 60 yards passing, bro. Stop, Drew. Stop it. All right. And I argued to you, we did beat KC. Yes. If there was more time on that clock, bro, they would have fucked around and came back on us, bro. Because they was getting ready to. I'm not gonna lie. He scored that last touchdown towards the end of the game. I started to sweat. Right? Because they was only down by how many points after they scored that touchdown? If we wouldn't have ran that clock out, oh yeah, it would have got dirty. It would have got dirty.
It would have been a problem.
We see it all the time, bro. They do it to us all the time. So I'm glad we ran that damn clock out. But yeah, it would have got ugly.
But again, like I mean, with in regards to, I mean, I guess we're talking like Aiden O'Connell is the forgotten man, or he's just an afterthought. Like I'm not fully as much as like he's not my guy yet. Like I'm not going to fully dismiss him. Like I said, he was brought into a situation he wasn't expected to be in year one. A fourth round draft pick, thrust into starting when he should have been developing and sitting on the bench. And he made the best of it. Results were mixed. He did the best he could for the most part, and I'm at least happy with that. But like again, I'm going to give him a fair shake. Like year 2 and beyond that. Like if he can trend upwards, maybe he is the guy. Maybe I'm off with my assessment, but we'll see. But I'm not. I don't want it to sound like, or maybe us as collectively, that he's a forgotten man, because he's not. No. He's still on our roster. He's the only quarterback I see that's going to be on our roster next year, and he's going to be given time to either compete for the starting job, or at the very least, sit on the bench, develop, and be. His floor to me is he's a very capable backup quarterback. If he can be more than that, fantastic.
See, what me and Turf have always said is like, we like him, but the way he played does not mean that no competition is coming up in here. Because definitely, competition is warranted, right, for him.
Yes.
And if it's a first round dude, then it's a first round dude. Right now, I kept telling Turf, right, because the Senior Bowl's coming up, and I would have been comfortable with a Penix, with the Knicks, maybe in the second round before I watch what the hell I just watched this week. This week, I'm not very confident in what I see, right? I'm not very confident in being able to be like, oh yeah, bro, we'll let Aiden O'Connell and Michael Penix go ahead and battle it out, because there's concerns with both of their games, right? So if you talk about Jaden Daniels and Aiden O'Connell, that's a different story, right? Like it's like a whole different skill set. We're gonna see who wins at that point, but I don't know. It's gonna be the quarterback position is the next domino to fall to me.
It is. It really is.
That's the next domino. Now look, I wanna say this, right? Because this is the first time we're gonna do this on the channel. We might have some technical difficulties, but it's okay, right? We got AR. Wait, one more time.
Sorry, I was just saying good comment there, Mr. Raider. Sorry, I didn't mean it.
Oh, yeah. No, Mr. Raider, he always come with the facts. So, look, we're going to try to attempt to do certain things, right? So, right now, as you see Hugh Jackson coming here, in a minute, we're going to attempt to do this by draft. We're going to attempt to do this by draft, and everybody going to have a part to play, right? We're going to give ourselves a 2-minute timer, right, on these picks. And we all got to come to an agreement on this pick.
Hey, shout out to my man Prez from Raider Resistance with the picture there.
Oh, facts.
Yes, sir. All right, let me pull them on out. Let me pull them on up. I think I got it right here. Let me see. Share the screen.
How many rounds would you like to do, man? We doing 4? We want to do 4?
Oh, it's not.
We ain't got to do the whole 7. We ain't got to do the whole 7.
Share. Is my screen viewable?
Yes, we can see that.
All right. So at this point, we now have to pick our team.
Yep. Boom. Roll it down. Let's do 4. Fuck it.
4?
Yeah, we can do 4. 7 is a little much. Some people don't know the problem. You want to do slow?
Fast. Yeah. Just skip to the Raider picks. Who cares about that?
Facts.
I know, right. No, I agree with that. And standard?
Yeah,
yep.
Standard.
Get it in.
Go.
Let's get it in. All right. Started him up. Let's see what Chicago do. We pretty much If they throw a curveball, it's gonna be crazy. All right, we
It's a
here.
curveball.
So look, off rip, no Jaden Daniels, right? All the quarterbacks are gone. All right, that's where we're at. Now this is a cool scenario for me.
I was gonna say, do you see my screen? Because I see a trade off.
Yeah, but that's for next year's first.
I think skip the trades. Just
We want to
pick
reject.
the-
I just want to
that's
make
just my
sure hey, the Bengals is coming at us. Damn.
Nobody's giving us a first round pick.
But do you see what the freaking Steelers are offering?
I think we just skip the trade. I mean, whatever you guys want to do is whatever you guys.
No,
do.
I'm
Just
a
my
skeptic,
personal-
but
I
I'm
reckon
just-
we just pick.
Yeah, I would take that if there was a
Take the
first round
pick.
attached to it. They giving us a first round next year.
Yes, that's all.
Oh, you know where I want to go, Turf. You already know what goddamn time it is for me. Now, you got 2 minutes, right? Everybody in the chat, you can see the board. Yeah, you feel me? Hey. Now, look, Thrill says Knicks at 13. Thrill, I'm going to tell you right now, if you ain't watched that Illinois boy,
Nick, yeah, he's tripping. Yeah, he's tripping.
Can you
I
put
want
what
that
quarterbacks are
dude.
available?
yeah, what
Can you-
quarterbacks are available?
Yeah, can you click on the quarter CB? Yeah, please.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
we can get all these in the second round.
Yeah, McCarthy and Knicks, and as I expected, Knicks.
You
is
can get
behind.
Penix, Knicks, and McCarthy in the second round, bro. We can get that at 44. For real, for real.
Oh, you can get Penix in the.
I'm telling you, you'll be able to get Penix at 44, bro. I'm telling you right now.
I want this guy.
Newton,
I want this guy.
that's what I'm on, bro. He a D tackle.
I
I'm
don't
cool with
want this guy because we got an edge. I don't want this guy because we got an edge. I want this guy.
How you feel? How you feel about a defensive tackle, AR? If we was to take that,
Well, with those quarterbacks that are still available, like I said, I don't watch too much, but I've heard the names.
Right.
Are we going to bank that they're still going to be there at 44, or are we going to swing?
One of them is gonna be there at
One of these two, one of these three.
yeah, they're gonna be there. One of these three gonna be there.
Actually,
Okay,
one
so,
of these five.
So you
And-
guys
and-
are willing to gamble that they're going to be
Yes.
available at 44.
If it's
So
not one of the top
place
three,
then,
I'm willing to gamble.
the best defensive lineman available, interior specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, that's your boy. That's the
That's what we
Illinois.
talking
Oh,
So
wait.
you guys-
Go to the tackles real quick. Go to the tackles. Go to the offensive tackle.
Ideal.
That the dude at 19, the Oregon State one is the one I've been talking about, but I don't think we need a tackle though. I don't.
Defensive,
You can't
that's
pick him
defensive
over
tackle?
the Alabama kid.
You said what, AR?
Is that off? That's
That
offensive.
was
tackle.
offense. Yeah, that was offense. But I don't think we need an offensive tackle. Do you?
No,
No,
I
we need
would
a right
prefer.
one.
I would prefer. I mean, I'm good with where we're at with Mumford and with Miller. So I'm on board with best interior defensive tackle available.
Yeah, hey, grab our guy, Turf. Grab our
Oh,
guy.
I know. You already know we getting this.
Grab our dog, man. Grab him, man.
We Gucci.
You know what time it is, man.
Yes.
Okay, so look. Oh shit,
Yeah,
they're
they're
going
going
fast, boy. Oh shit. What I tell you? I told you. He gonna be right there. Go ahead, you know what time it is. Everybody gonna say the same thing, bro. Bo Nix. Everybody gonna say the same thing.
Damn. Really, yo?
At 44, that's good value.
A second round draft pick. Yeah, I'd be all for it.
Oh, I'd take this.
That's good value.
I agree.
See, look, what'd you get right there? You got an A+ for that. Dog, my dog ain't there, but we got a D tackle already. Okay. How we living?
Trade.
Why are they all next year? Hell no.
Like I said, I'm willing to just.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, get off of that.
Oh,
All right, now
Sanders is there though. Oh no. I'm thinking.
Oh no, that's the other dude. That's the other boy.
I was thinking the defense. Yeah.
Look at Blake Corum, man. Interesting.
I like that.
What
But I mean,
linebackers
we-
are available?
None that are like that excite you.
Could you click on linebacker? Right.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
What did you
Any of
see
these
right
guys
now?
any good?
The Tommy Eichenberg, I told Turf I'd be interested in, but he's all right. What I saw, that dude from Georgia, Turf,
That's what I saw. This
that
guy.
interior lineman, Van Pran. Oh yeah, boy, because he can play center and guard. He can play center and guard.
I will say if we're going to take that guy, and if we actually swung again for 2 defensive tackles in the draft, surely one of these guys got to pop, because we have drafted 4 in the last 2 draft classes.
Man.
None of them have panned out to be the guy, and even further than that, we've swung with defensive tackles, 2nd, 3rd rounders, and they just haven't panned out to be the guy. Surely, if we go that route this year, we can get someone who can solidify at least one of those spots, because I'm sick and tired of these guys who are coming through the door and they're just not panning out, and they're being decent rotational guys at best. We need a guy who can solidify that spot, and if we do, like I said, draft 2 interior guys, we got to hit the bullseye with one of them, surely, right?
That's what I'm saying. And like, when the last time we drafted, like, if we were to do this, right? When is the last time we drafted a guy this high?
Interior?
Yeah, interior D line.
Who knows?
Jihad Ward.
Damn.
Right?
That was a long time ago.
Jihad Ward, PJ Hall.
And I mean, Jihad Ward is playing with the Giants, so I guess
He's doing okay for these other teams, but he's not moving the needle, and he didn't solidify, and he didn't even come close to solidifying the spot.
Never worked out where they're supposed to.
And he talked a lot of crap about the Raiders too, so the hell with that guy.
No, for real. Well, Turf, I say we go the line.
Jonathan Brooks?
Where? I know, but these are running backs, man. We can't do that in the 3rd round.
I agree. I mean,
I can't in good conscience take a running back in the 3rd round.
So who do we take?
If it was me, I'm looking at like the trenches. Okay. I would take that interior lineman.
Just before we go with interior lineman,
Georgia,
what kind of interior line have they got there available? Is there like a guard or a center that could?
Well, see, the Zinter is a guard. The Michigan guy is a guard. The Van Pran is a center/guard, so he can do both. Like, if you needed him to, right? So, regardless of where we needed.
Right. Well, it's still an area of need, so to say. I mean, like, there's questions about, like, with our center, who's going to solidify that role. And on the other side of Parham, I'm happy enough with Parham and his development as being either the guard or the center. But I do still believe we could use another young interior guard, and around that round 3 to 5 range is a good spot to be able to find someone that can possibly be the guy.
That's good value for some trenches like that, for sure.
Right.
So I'll say we should go with that Georgia dude.
I agree.
Cool. I'm with that.
Yeah. B+. I like it. It's a good draft so far. I mean, shit. I'll take this draft. I'll take this draft.
There's no way we're getting this draft.
Okay. So where would you go now, based on what we've got and the needs, right? Where would you go? Oh my God, I love that fucking running back from Oregon.
You like her?
Oh, he's hard. He's hard.
We lost the kid from Toledo.
Yeah, I know he's hard.
I guess it depends on if Josh Jacobs hits free agency and leaves, and we've got Samir White and the rest of the mob, then I think there's still a spot there to draft a running back. But in terms of needs, as our roster stands at the moment, I mean, what about linebacker?
I was looking at that.
What's
I know a lot of people like Patrick Queen to try to get in free agency. So if we was to do that,
but we're looking at where we're at right now. Like
right. So I mean, Diablo's still under contract. I mean, I'm not the biggest Diablo fan, but at the end of the day, right, he's still under contract.
Right.
Now, I like that Tommy Eichenberg. I do. He's not bad. I told you he can be, kind of stout like that. I do like him. Where are we at with a corner? Right? Like, how you guys feel about a corner?
We needed one we could have picked one in the 3rd.
I know.
I just didn't look, to be honest.
Now, I didn't like the value of him.
Are we confident in Jacorian Bennett's
development,
to possibly secure that outside role? I mean, I have all the faith in Jack Jones, and we might possibly get one in free agency to compete as that other outside corner. But like, I have all the faith in the world with Jack Jones being that dude, because so far he has proven to be that dude.
Right. Free agency got some good corners. A couple good ones. So we'll be able to do that. I mean, it's good. It's always good free agencies before the draft, because then we can stock up on that veteran talent. But
I for one, am looking at like I want a true linebacker that plays linebacker, not a developmental corner, safety, whatever that we're trying to transition to. At this pick, I would, if there's a decent enough true linebacker that we can bring in the door, and if Diablo doesn't prove enough to be the guy we're going to move forward with year 4, because I mean for me, I thought he did well with his 3rd year league, but this is the last year of his contract year. So yeah, I personally, if there's a linebacker that's good enough to be a true linebacker, not like an Amari Burnett or a Tanner Muse, Divine Diablo kind of guy, then I'd be all for that.
Yeah, see, I definitely free agency. I go if I wanted, some type of veteran presence as far as my linebackers, like we were saying, Patrick Queen, somebody we looking at. I know people were talking about us going center here at 112, but keep in mind, guys, that Cedric Van Pran, he plays both center and guard. So regardless of what you need or what you sign or don't sign in free agency, he'll be able to take that up. You know what I mean, for your guard spots.
Patrick Queen, you mean the guy we should have taken instead of Damon friggin' Arnett?
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. And it comes back full circle.
That, bro. Don't get me started with that.
It comes back full circle. So where are you thinking, Turf? You thinking linebacker? I wouldn't mind Eichenberg, but I mean, you thinking linebacker? If we took a receiver here, I'd lose my fucking mind.
There's no reason to.
Just to entertain me, what's the running back room like at this pick? What is it?
I'm a kid from Oregon.
Is there any guy there that?
Oh, that USC was hard. That USC dude is hard.
Yeah, Lord.
Hey, Turf, I just learned that Isaiah Davis down there from South Dakota State.
Yeah.
He had 1,600 yards and like 20-something touchdowns last year.
Yes.
Those are guys you could probably target later if we were to go deeper in the draft.
Oh, yeah. You see where they rank them, like 154. We barely at 112. Yeah. So
right.
So I guess value-wise at 112,
I'll take the linebacker.
I'm looking if there's a good linebacker. Otherwise, I don't know. What do you guys say?
I'll take a linebacker. I ain't gonna catch.
Is there a cornerback guy that could possibly?
That's what I really wanted, but all the cornerbacks I wanted.
See, my problem is that the rest of the guys are small. Like they're like 5'11", 6 feet.
No difference to say what we already got.
Exactly. We need length, bro. Like we need some
bigger guys. Yeah, we got the small dudes.
None of these guys are moving the needle.
Nah. I go linebacker. I can do linebacker. No cap.
Eichenberg.
I like him. I like Eichenberg.
I'm on board with that. Sure. Why not?
Good draft.
We only went 4. Yeah, we only went
4. I'm cool with that. Now, everybody in the chat, go ahead, rate our draft, right? So far, this is only four rounds, right? 4 rounds. But let us know how you feel about this draft as it stands right here. I'm not going to lie, gentlemen. I think we did our damn thing. I'd be okay.
I don't think anybody would be upset with that. Yeah, I don't know how you can be.
Yeah. If they lose this draft,
they're all addressing positions of need, and they're all at the time the best in their position. So how can you be mad?
Didn't reach, you know what I mean? Didn't have to give up no beats, nothing. Like yeah.
No PJ Hall, Jihad Ward, Tanner Muse, Lynn Bowden.
Like dudes with that. It's dudes on this list that we look at like, okay, yeah, they're supposed to be drafted here. Not dudes that we look at like, what the hell is this?
Right, exactly. And like, who made this? How did they allow this? Like, dude, we had way too many.
No, Spencer Rattler. I'm not gonna cap, bro. I'm not even the Bo Nix fan. I take Bo Nix before I take Spencer Rattler.
I would too. And hey, where's Leo at when I need him, bro? Take Bo Nix for anything it's got to be a problem. And I'm telling you, I'll take him over Rattler.
So I'm not gonna lie, this is good. I do want to do a draft maybe another day where it's we have Justin Fields at that point. You know what I mean? And
you don't need a quarterback,
because then that changes the philosophy, right? If you have Justin Fields, you're like, shit, we good.
Second round,
I think it'd be interesting to do one after the free agency. Like once we've seen how our roster shakes up and see, okay, this is the final product of what our roster looks like. Players have left, players have been signed. Now we can look at our roster and say, all right, this is where it stands, and these are our positions of need. That's when I think it's the most interesting time to be doing mock drafts, especially like after like say the Senior Bowl and the Combine. That's when it's like,
Bowl,
right,
yeah.
you've got a final product of where our roster's at. You've got a final product of like, okay, these are the measurables with these guys. These are what these guys can do because they've been through the whole process of their like draft preparations and that. So let's see where we're at. That's what I think is the best time to do that. But it's very interesting.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, right? If we were to trade for Justin, because I see a lot of people saying that, if we were trading for Justin, you probably right, because what we just do, we drafted Knicks in the second with the 44th, so you get rid of that probably, right? Because you probably gonna give that to the Bears, which is cool. You basically saying that we got Justin Fields on a second round pick. That's fine with me. That way,
even if our second rounder was still there, like I wouldn't be mad with us taking Bo Nix.
No. I wouldn't be mad. That second round is good value. You know, I mean, you still get the big boy in the first round. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the one I'm excited about anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, it is.
We get that. It's over. I'm telling y'all, it's over. We get that D tackle.
And then money is still being saved because you got Knicks in the second round. Although the problem with getting Knicks in the second round is he don't have.
You got a young core. You got a young offensive.
You're gonna need a veteran because you got Knicks, AOC.
You definitely need a veteran. There ain't nobody starting Knicks. I'm sorry. At least I can see that with Rundown. Thank you, Rundown. We at least admit that we ain't starting Bo Nix if we draft.
Not day one. Hell no. Not day one. I would start Aiden before I did it.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to start AOC every day of the week.
I'm saying we not gonna disrespect Aiden. Aiden did his thing, but at the end of the day, there is still more talent,
Correct.
than what he has.
Correct. 100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I fully anticipate the Raiders getting trench play.
Yeah, we getting trenches.
Between 3 and 5, I think it's a very good range for
we gonna stack up.
An interior lineman. I mean, we've done that in years past. We found Gabe Jackson. Where was he? Round 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stephen was he was a second rounder, or was he first rounder?
For real.
He was later than second, Parham, right? He was third or fourth because they got whatchamacallit Mayer in the second.
Yeah, they got Mayer in the
seventh rounder.
Mumford is the 7th rounder. Yep.
Right. Yep, Mumford. Yeah, that's a big, huge one.
Bees, you are hilarious, bro.
That'd probably be our best draft pick in the last two years, right?
Yeah, no, that's why I keep saying, bro. Like McDaniels and Ziegler, shit. As much as we hate them, we got to give them some type of credit, bro. I mean, damn, they brought some people in.
Right.
Yeah, but honestly, man, like these last two draft classes, we found some decent guys. But for me, the draft classes haven't moved the needle as much as what I would have wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like we haven't got guys that we hit an absolute bullseye with, like with the likes of, like, say, remember when we drafted Max Crosby? Remember when we drafted Josh Jacobs? Remember when we drafted Hunter Renfrow up until last season? You know what I mean? Those guys were the absolute bullseye. Like, whereas Parham, Mumford, they're good enough picks and they're good players, but they're not like total needle movers like those guys.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. You're right about that.
True, but I mean, we got to look at for where he drafted them at and the value, right? Like Zamir White was a late round draft pick, and now all of a sudden everybody looking at him like, "Oh my God, we keep him!" Like,
that's a big thing.
I mean, Trey Tucker was a good ass pick. That's a good ass pick.
But what I'm trying to say is, did we hit the absolute bullseye with anybody?
No.
Personally, not yet. Nobody's proven to be like, yes, he's that dude. Much like the guys that are highlighted with Mayock and Gruden. Granted, they absolutely screwed the pooch with some of their first rounds.
They sure did.
But we did manage to hit the bullseye with the guys, like I said, I just highlighted. So
no, you're right.
Yeah. Right. I think you got a lot of guys with potential, and that's something we ain't had in a very, very long time. But yeah, no. Dude.
And it's only their first season or second season, you know what I mean? Like it's 3 seasons deep where you really, for me, know where a player's at. Like I'm willing to give concessions in terms of development for your first season and your second season. Like granted, like I agree. For example, Tyree Wilson, like he showed progression. He showed that he was capable of playing the defensive tackle, but is he still like the worthy investment for where we picked him as it stands at the moment? No, but I'm willing to give him time. You know what I mean? That's enough for me to say whether he's got it or he doesn't.
Right. He don't have the technique, and that's what I witnessed and saw immediately. Like, that's a great upside to have, but Jesus, no technique. After looking at the D tackles and what we've been looking at coming out of college, them boys got technique, and it's like you don't have none, Tyree. So that was disappointing for me.
You got time to develop, even with your second season, but by your third year, I want him to step up and be not just a decent guy. We drafted him 7th overall. I want him to be a good player in his own right. Anything less than that is not up to standard for me.
I've always said I think it's going to take him until his third year, and I've always said that because now this year is the first year he's going to be fully healthy throughout the offseason, right? He wasn't fully healthy throughout that offseason last year. So he was rehabbing. So we're going to see how that affects him, how it changes things coming into this next year. I'm looking to see some improvement for sure. I mean, shit, if we draft that dude in the first round, that Newton dude, I for sure want to see improvement.
Oh, yeah.
And is he going to focus on developing an interior? Are we going to keep him there and say,
I think he can be a hybrid.
Let you focus on being an interior guy, or are we going to go back and try and develop him as being the edge guy that we drafted him to be? So that's going to be.
I think he can do both still. I think, having to go into the off season and then be prepared for having to do that rather than we drafted him right. We're just going to see where he's at. We tried him at defensive end, which is what he played in college. And granted, he came into the draft injured and it's his first year, but he wasn't getting it done there. He managed to produce somewhat better when he transitioned to interior. But I do want to see him focus on if he's going to be an interior guy, take this off season to, I don't know if he needs to bulk up or he needs to focus on his technique or whatever it may be. I want him to focus on one position rather than trying to be a hybrid of both. You know what I'm saying? Let's decide.
Exactly. We're gonna have that focus. Yeah,
I agree. So we getting ready to wrap it up. It was a tremendous episode. This right here, we got our guy building. Oh, I was supposed to. Bro, I just thought of something. We're going to get him on next time because I was supposed to send Rafa the link and I completely forgot when AR going out.
Oh, my bad.
I was going to send the link. But hey, if you watching, man.
Sorry, Rafa.
We're going to get you a full show, bro, because I completely forgot. So that's on me. You can be mad at me for the show. That's cool. That's all right. It's on me.
Don't worry. We got you, Rafa. We got you.
That's on me.
Party, Rafa.
No. That's on me. I forgot. But it's all right though. We gonna give him his whole. He gonna get a whole show, bro.
I love that accent. Yeah,
because we love Rafa, bro. We got
man. Rafael Capitan, baby. Let's go.
Hell yeah. But definitely AR, man. We had some people in this mug, man. We had a couple people up in here, huh? So let them know where they can find you. You know what I mean? We got some new people up in here that don't know your face yet. Yeah, so go ahead, let them know where they can find you.
First things first, thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure to chop it up with you and everyone in the chat. If you could do me a favor, if you could just put my name down in that bottom corner so it'll make things easier for me because some people struggle typing it into YouTube. So Afakasi Raider, that's AFAKASI Raider. I'm just another Raider content creator just trying to find his way. I haven't been that active and consistent of late, but I will be getting it back to it shortly. If you struggle finding that my channel through that way, there we go. So if you just punch that into YouTube, so you can find me, or you can type in Raiders World Order in the YouTube. So on my side of town, we do Raider content with a little bit of wrestling flavor as well as some game streams. But anyways, appreciate you all. If you haven't already, if you're on Rundown side of the fence, if you can go over to the Ultimate Raider fan side of the fence and show them a subscribe and a like and all that. It would be appreciated. And vice versa, if you're over on his side of the fence, make sure you go over to Rundown and show him the same love that you show everyone. But anyways, go Raiders.
Much appreciated, dog. And you always welcome on this mug, man. Every Thursday, everybody from the TRS is welcome, man. So definitely,
if I've got time, I will always take the time to come and chop it up with you guys. It's always a pleasure. Anyways, I'm going to take my leave and carry on with my day. You guys have a good evening. All my brothers and sisters in the US, you take care. Much love, and catch you on this show.
Be safe out there, man. Another successful one, Turf. How you feeling to end this off, man? Close us off, Turf.
I'm excited, bro. Hey, you want to know what's going on, man? Real talk. It's a beautiful day. I've been a Raider my whole life. And I want y'all to understand something. Today is a great day. We solidified our front office. We know what we have in the building. We got people playing for one man. Let me rephrase that. We got people playing for one man. I didn't rephrase. We got people playing for one man. That means Coughlin, right? That means Jackson. I'm talking everybody is playing for one man. Everybody is determined to make sure every stone is turned for Antonio Pierce. If y'all don't think this was the right choice, I don't know what would make you think this is the right choice. There's no other choice. Everybody came out of the woodworks ready for this man to work. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to stand up, Raider Nation. Stand up. We ready.
Yes, sir. And we gonna end it like this, right? Because like we said, we saw Jim Harbaugh press conference. We see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And excuse my French when I say this. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Right? You can all Charger fans. Oh, we got Jim Harbaugh. Oh, we in the Super Bowl. Cool. The Chiefs are the only ones in our division, if we're gonna be honest, that have any bragging rights. They're the only ones. Right? Anybody else? Denver, don't even say nothing to me, bro. Don't even speak to me. Don't even step in my general direction if you are a fucking Denver fan. All right? I don't even want to look at you. Next, Chargers. Oh, you think you got Jim Harbaugh? That's fine. That's bad. But guess what? You still gonna have to line it up with them soft-ass players, and we're gonna see what happened after that. Right? So we'll see. Like I said, I don't fear that, bro. I always want to line it up against the best. I always want to line it up against the best.
All day.
And we gonna see what happened, bro. So, like my man Space B said, I don't remember the last time I've been this excited over front office moves. Right? We're not talking about like players, like we talking about front office shit. So, like, this is different. So
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
We are here, bro. Once again, we're gonna be back next Thursday. We're gonna be doing our thing again. Hopefully we get more news. Right, and hopefully some more things fall into place. We don't know what's gonna happen with during the week, right? We might get more Caleb news.
Yeah,
the trade, maybe. We don't know.
Yes, sir. We ready though. We ready.
Bro, we ready. We gonna break it down for you. Once again, Rafa, next week. This all you.
We got you, bro. We got you, man.
You in here all week next week, Rafa.
Yeah, we got
you. So we on you next week. Make sure everybody hitting the like, hitting the subscribe button, man. We appreciate everybody. And we going to see y'all next Thursday on the Turf Rundown Show.
Hey.